I think I have promoted Indian films more than anyone else in the country. Today I just saw the trailer to Shah Rukh Khan's Jawan. We're all excited. I think I promoted, what's it called, RRR. I mean, the makers of that film should come and give me money. Padmavat, Bahubali. In the next couple of years, we might be pivoting into a lot of things like creating IP that we can merchandise, creating IP that can become franchises for family and all that. We're launching a big one in August. It's called Mikolo, and it's going to be the first, live action, CGI, for family. And if that works, we're going to be doing a lot more with children going forward.
So is Mikolo going to be on OTT or in theaters?
So it would start in theaters, but by December, you guys will be able to see it from wherever you are.
So is it like an out-and-out animation or like?
No, an example would be Paddington. Right. It's a CGI creature with people. So right. we thought that that might be an easier way to introduce animation to the Nigerian audience, mix it with real life action.
Interesting. Talking of which, I've one of my viewers put me through to this interesting animation that's being done in Nollywood, which is Queen Malika or something of that sort. Is that the name? And I was surprised to know that is also Anthill Studios has is behind
the animation. Yes.
So okay, so can we expect animation coming out of Nollywood?
Yeah, we experimented with something last year, a League of Orishas. I don't know if you saw that. I can send you the link.
Sure, please.
And it was huge, the response to it. And we were just experimenting. We did just 2 episodes. Now everyone wants to kill us because they want us to do more. So we know we're very serious about animation, but animation is quite, capital intensive. But I think we're getting there now as a studio where we might be able to put aside some funds and do that in the next 2 to 3 years. So we're really big on that. We might start out with little bits, of stuff. We want to use YouTube as a testing ground for a start, and then we'll grow from there.
Besides Mikolo, what are the other upcoming projects right now?
Oh yeah, so we just finished a film. It's a ghost comedy. That's what I like to call it. Nice. That should be coming around October, November. It's coming straight to Amazon Prime as well. So it's a fun idea. It's about a young girl who rents this big mansion, and then it turns out there's a ghost living in the mansion. And then so it's a lot of VFX, it's a lot of really cool stuff, that no one has played with that we want to play with in the film. I know that Mikolo 2 would be in development before the end of the year, so that we can have it ready for around this time again next year. We're working on what might be our own entrance into the superhero genre, but we're trying to be very subtle about it. We might be filming this year as well. I'll keep everyone posted when we make that announcement. But the film is definitely coming out next year, and you're hearing it for the first time,
Okay, excuse me for this pun. I couldn't control myself, but Wakanda superhero.
Good. It's about a girl who can manipulate fire, so we're hoping to do a lot of really cool stuff with that when it releases next year. It's going to be from the director of Elevator Baby.
Right. Now earlier you were talking about Indian movies, and being an Indian, there's this thing that when you see anything Indian, suddenly your antennas go up. So in your in your picture on the Anthill website, behind you, there's this statue of Shiva, Lord Shiva, in the cosmic dance of there. and I spotted that in The Day of Destiny as well. So,
Yes.
so
I'm a big Bollywood fan. Did you know that a producer saw Elevator Baby and did a remake, an Indian remake? It was really beautiful. You know, it's called what is the name? Thank You, Brother. That's the title. Really, and he made a lot of money. You know, the news was all over the internet then. I think I have promoted Indian films more than anyone else in the country. And, you know, today I just saw the trailer to Shah Rukh Khan's Jawan. You know, we're all excited. You know, I think I promoted, what's it called, RRR. I mean, the makers of that film should come and give me money. You know, Padmavat, you know, Bahubali. So I think, you know, that I have this theory that Nigerian filmmakers should aspire more to be like Indian filmmakers. I feel that we have the same sensibilities. You know, the audiences love their stars. You know, the audiences don't play with their stars, and it's the same thing here. So
as an outsider, what I feel is, I mean, as someone who's grown up on Bollywood, what Nollywood gives me is exactly what Bollywood gives me, but without imitating Bollywood. I just cannot. You know, the thing is, it's so subjective. You know, to say how they're so similar, but they are very similar.
Yeah. So I keep telling people that we also need to build character-driven films. You know, we need to make films that, you know, when you know it's Shah Rukh Khan, you know it's Shah Rukh Khan. You know, we need to make our own Shah Rukh Khans. You know, there's a lot to be said about that. Our people don't really disconnect from the characters. You know, if they think you are a wicked stepmother, you know, they think you're a wicked stepmother. You know, they're going to make memes about you, not as an actor, but as a wicked stepmother. And we have fun, you know, doing that. So I think that that's not something filmmakers should run away from. I think we're putting unnecessary pressure on ourselves, trying to pander to European films, trying to be at these festivals and try to pander to the West, you know, and they don't really care about us that much. We have a growing population, a growing young population that we can build out a lot of stuff with. We have Pan-African regions where we can build out a lot more and let people even from the West appreciate what we do and buy into it rather than us pandering to them.
So you do like close to 3 or 4 movies a year? How many?
Yep, roughly
3 to 4 movies a year. You have your own production house. You're doing animation. You're doing. How do you get the time?
So Until is probably the only studio that is set up to run efficiently as a full round trip studio. So we have story development in-house, we have production design in-house, because we have sound stages where we build 80% of the House of Secret was built, you know, right here in the studio. We have post-production, of course, we have VFX in-house, we have production services in-house, we have cameras and equipment in-house. So that allows us we can plan out our slate and run efficiently. And of course, you know, I mean, we have all the staff and, you know, everybody wants to work with Until. So it's really easy to get people on board when we need to do projects.
So last question, where do you see Nollywood heading from here? It's been, I mean, I've been watching Nollywood for just 3 or 4 years. And in these 3-4 years, I can see the pace of change is insane. Yeah. Yes. So
you're going to see more expensive productions. You know, Nigerians like to show off. You know, when we have that money, we're going to show it. So you're going to see more expensive productions. Of course, a lot of these films are going to travel. I feel that in the next 2-3 years, we will have our own Squid Game moment where one of our projects is going to do so well internationally that they're going to become iconic. So that's where I'm looking at. I think a lot of it is going to be from people doing the thing they've always wanted to do, but with more resource to do it.
Okay. On that note, thanks a lot, Niyi. It was great talking to you. I had a great time. And it was, I'm sure our viewers would have loved the video. And that's it for this time. Till next time, this is me, Nolly Goodfellow, signing off. Thank you.